Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. This is my weekly review of 2000 AD. I really should start reviewing Judge Dredd magazine as well. Although this video doesn't get any traction. Okay, this gets about 60 views, right? And it's been kind of solid saying that I just want to do this for a year and see if it grows, right? That's basically my plan. How long have I been doing? Like 2-3 months? I don't know. So this week, a pretty good prog. This is a jumping on prog. Prog is issue. If you don't know, if you don't know, like, well, why are you watching this video? So it's definitely significantly above average. Not, I would say, knocking out the ballpark great, but significantly above average. This is a good one to jump in on. Like, share, subscribe. It's also good to jump in on that as well. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think about the Galaxy's greatest comic, particularly this issue. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. If you subscribe, make sure you still subscribe. And check out my Indiegogo. This is going offline. Hopefully by the time next one's out, it'll be offline. Here it is. I'm opening up my Substack, which is going to be a free, basically free, really good comics delivered to your email. I'm so excited. It's like they've just released a comic app for it. I'm like, I got so much material there. Anyway, so this is two great comics. You got Biblical, Bible Stories, Aces, Crazies, Rashlers, and Rogues. It's 240 pages long. It's kind of like the early Vertigo books. When the Americans come, when Jeanette Kahn came over, Karen Berger came over, and UK Comic Con. What was it called? UK Comic Art Festival was like 82 or something, and signed up everybody from 2000 AD, and they all went to work at DC. So it feels like one of those books, right? It's very, very biblically accurate. Not preachy at all. It's just, I think, a good, engaging story. And then we got this one, Bonkers Fun of the Imperium, a love letter to Telefancy 96's James Bond, Doctor Who, Emma Pill, The Black Slap from 2001, A Monkey in a Spacesuit, bit of Prisoner, bit of Thunderbirds. It's all in there, baby. It's just fun. This was 100 pages long. Now we've supersized it, baby, to 120 pages because the campaign did well. So we added in a bunch of stuff. So, yeah, there you go. You get a bunch of extras. You get posters. You get the For the Male Gaze cards. A bunch of postcards based on my, how can I put this, masturbatory fantasies when I was 13. And you know what? If only to prove it, check out this one, this Judge Anderson one. It's incredible. Artist Dominic Rancho just pulled this Judge Anderson. He's never read Judge Anderson, and yet, oh my God, completely nailed it. As I wish I was doing to this Judge Anderson. I mean, I like he's even got hills on the boots, you know, like the good old 80s Judge Dredd. That's where I liked it. If you like Doctor Who, you get Perry as well. Anyway, this is just going offline. If you're interested, go check the video notes. It's right there, okay? As long as I put it in. Fine. Let's have a look at this week's 2008. Firstly, awesome cover. Freaking awesome cover. Nick Purcell, I honestly, the only reason I read Judge Dredd magazine was for the Judge Death storyline, the sci-fi Judge Death storyline, which I think Nick Purcell did the art for. He is, honestly, I think he's probably one of their top artists they have right now. And I'm glad they wheeled him out, because it lifts the entire issue. It genuinely does. And it's a good story. It's a good, creepy little story. So let's we got a bit of Thagner Center. We got we know what we have to look forward to in this issue. Droid Life. Never read it. Let's read it now. Okay, let's just read it now. See if it's any good. There wasn't a single top by size. Really got it. I'm bored already. It can really be hard to buy for the E66 shaped droid. So your E66 shaped droid now, what happened to being more of an aubergine? Really? I don't want to read about robots buying what is it? Emojis ruin everything. Hi guys, look, yeah, okay, fine. I'm out already. I'm out. I don't care about them buying bloody clothes. Like, what the hell? What 12-year-old boy goes, oh look, let's look at their slack supply. No, what, people buy Judge Dredd for a bit of boot knife action, you know? And I always like that about Judge Dredd. Whenever he used one of his weapons, it was like, you know, like, why did he have to shout out what bullet he's using? Like, ricochet! And like, dude, you know what you're firing. They're about to die. Who, like, you know, was it incendiary? Although it was cool. I always liked how he would just say whatever weapon he's using. Boot knife. What was that? what was that one where he's fighting a giant like Wookiee-like thing, and Steve Dillon did the art, and it was like boom, knife, boom, right into his bottom of his chin. Anyway, there you go. Just reminiscing about the 80s. Anyway, fine. So the house on Bleecker Street, again, really, the artwork is fantastic. It's really good. The script's pretty good as well. It's like a night. I don't know if the script's being lifted by the artwork. I wonder if he does this digitally or if he paints it. It's could go either way. So yeah, this is kind of a. It's what I like about Judge Dredd is when they mix genres. This is a bit of a supernatural horror-ish episode. You got these perps have kidnapped a kid. Like, I honestly, I don't understand how the economy works in Mega City 1 if everyone's unemployed, right? And like, how's money? I don't know. I don't really understand. Anyway, they kidnapped the kid. Judge Dredd is just arresting a cult of Judge Death, Dark Judge cosplayers, essentially. So I kind of like all that, and he heads off to be back up for this young judge, which I kind of like that. I do like how they get the old Dredd with the young judge. That's the trope we've seen quite a lot nowadays. And he is older, which is, why I like it. I think they got to like rejuve him at some point, right? I mean, still have him be old, but I don't know. It's going to be like his 70s now? So yeah, I also like the idea of there being like the understaffed Justice Department in Mega City 1, much smaller after the what's it called again? Apocalypse. No, what was the last one? That they shrunk down. Mega City 1, Day of Chaos. That was Day of Chaos. And like a lot of derelict buildings. I do like that falling apart infrastructure feel. So they go in this building looking for the kidnapped kid. And by the way, there's a really good bit of writing over here. Where Dredd, let me zoom in. Oh no, it's not right. How do I do that? Over here, doink. So you got Dredd again. This artwork's lovely. It's just, it's a joy. It's worth the money buying it just for this. And he says they're looking for the kidnappers. It's like sobbing this way, right? And then you get an idea of something supernatural's happening because you go back to the kidnappers. And they go, you hear that? Sounds like somebody sobbing. So yeah, I like So they're both like there's weird noises going on in this block, and they. There's a nice bit of dialogue as well where Dredd's talking about everybody has all these judges have different Baba Misers, we call them in Judaism, these stories, these little stories. Ben, I just want to stop and talk about the page design. It's kinetic, right? It's got you can, because you're breaking out the 9-panel grid, and it feels like action's happening, right? It's telling a dramatic story. This is what comics are supposed. This is what 2000AD is supposed to be doing, in my mind, right? It's really excellent. And, by the way, the blood spatter over here, just fantastic. If it's doing this digitally, I'd like to know how. And anyway, so then the floor collapses and they end up in this weird netherworld with lots and lots of dead people in like this horror-ish story. So it's Dredd with this young judge and a kidnapped kid. I'm totally on board, right? Totally on board. Up for this altogether. Judge Dredd bring back Devil in War. Again, when I stopped reading magazine, I just found Devil in War a bit predictable. So this is one of the few stories that's a continuing one. It's not overly complicated. Skip Tracer, he's like a lovable rogue who's now got these telekinetic superpowers and mental powers because he was something in the army, in the sci-fi. It's a bit generically sci-fi. Big bad guy, got scary glowy eye, wants his daughter, who he just found out about, and who has even more massive power. So they have a big fight for his daughter. He taunts killing his daughter's mother, who he hasn't seen in years, and death throw at the beginning of the story. And they have a fight. But again, the very square page layout just makes it a little bit unengaging. But this is a good page, though, right? Where he goes into like the mental realm and is attacked by the bad guy. And this page also good, right? I like how they're using his one eye thing. It was interesting. Lighting's like the coloring. Who's doing the coloring on this? Coloring is really excellent. Dylan Teague. Okay, that makes sense. He's a good colorist. And they keep fighting, and then suddenly the baby wakes up. His daughter wakes up, who's about to obviously turn up and kick ass, right? The second story, continuing story, is Sinister's Dexter coming to the end, I think. Sinister Dexter, a couple of gun sharks assassins in downloads. So it's kind of a comedy strip. So there's been a long running storyline. There's an AI that was developed from a GPS, a sat nav. Like made it have a sat nav, and it killed Sinister, right? And Dexter was on the run, and then so you're like, wow, what's going to happen next? So then they rebuilt Sinister, and he's still got his personality, but they reprogram him slightly to think that Dexter is the bad guy and go after him. So obviously Sinister's going to come out of his a brain control thing, and they're gonna face off the bad guy together, and you're just kind of treading water until that happens. Anyway, so they're chasing Sinister's chasing Dexter to this like floating platform in the undersea, and you see this like thing come under the water, and you don't realize that it's going to be a big deal. The artwork isn't normally as good as it normally is with Steve Yeowell on it. I don't know what it is. It seems like there's a little bit too much dialogue. I mean, if you're writing comics, right? If you just look at a page and squint, and you can see the dialogue art ratio is a little bit off it, right? It needs to. It means it's going to read too slow, right? It's only I would say about 5% off, maybe 5-10% off. But yeah. Look, it not being Steve Yeowell, if you are feeling it, definitely. It's competent artist, but it's more about page design. I really wish they would break out of the 9-panel grid more. They're very, very, very stuck on that. So finally, Sinister and Dexter meet up, and they start fighting, and then a character comes back and saves Dexter, who I can't really remember. Right, but it's like I know it's a character. I can't really remember. So fine. So that's then it's on a cliffhanger. They're on another of the new strips. This one isn't great. This one is thug thrillers. Now thrillers are basically 3-part Future Shock, so you get to have a little bit more character growth and story within them. Again, the dialogue is a bit, balance. Balance is a really important thing in comics. It's how smoothly you can read it. If there's too few dialogue, too few word balloons or plot, it goes too quickly. And like, if you're reading an American comic, it's a 20-page comic, God, in 2 minutes, right? If it's too slow, it's like, going through mud, trying to get through it. This one's, too much, and also the way they're telling the story isn't very good, right? Look, it's a new writer, and I'm all for them getting new writers. Robert Murphy, I haven't seen him before. Steve Austin, name doesn't ring a bell, but the art was certainly competent, right? So the story is about this guy. His business partner is about to testify against him, so he gets this ancient mask from this dubious-looking person that has magic powers that will stop him. And he's like, okay, I gotta go. Can I just get my last payment? And of course, he's just gonna kill the guy. Like, yes, of course. Like, here, it's like pulling out a knife to like stab him with. Listen, it's gonna be easier just to pay him off, quite frankly, than get rid of a body. It's not so easy. Then we skip over to the other part of the plot, which didn't engage me at all. Right? Okay, one thing that really does annoy me. We see over here the artist drew in like tobacco, and drew in the wording, but over here they left it for the letter, and it should have. This could have been done much better. Like this could have been done a lot better. Like why is a G lowercase? I don't understand. So she's getting this I don't know herb from the guy so she can do astral travel and find the guy using the magic mask for something or other. Again, it's a bit garbled, but okay. So the magic mask shows him where his partner is. That's what I need it for. And so he says, "Oh, it's going to be a suicide mission." So I said, "Well, let's use a dead person." And it resurrects the person who got the mask to, I would have thought, assume assassinate whoever. Yeah. So it's a decent story premise. It's just clunkily told. It's uncomfortably told. Final story this week, Jaeger, which fantastic artwork as always. Simon Colby. So the storytelling's garbled. I don't know if that's down to the writing or the artwork, right? I'm left a bit confused all the way through it. Starts off that I really can't remember, right? I wish there was more of a recap because it's been a long time and I'm an old man now, you know. This big dude was one of Jaeger. Jaeger is in this Rogue Trooper universe from the Naught point of view, which I love that idea. Great idea. And they basically making the Naughts the heroes. Everybody's the heroes to themselves. And so they're having a bit of R&R, and he gets into a fight, and Jaeger comes and saves him. And then gives everybody drinks, which is laced with some drug that make them non-aggressive. So apparently she wants to hear about some old mission that he was on. Something to do with about Alita and Atalia. And I can't remember who Atalia is. I think it's her mother. But again, I just fill me in a little bit. It's a bit. Listen, Rogue Trooper, a genetic infantryman hunting for the traitor. In one sentence, okay, that's all you bloody need to know. One sentence, right? Great artwork though. So they're looking into this thing where a Souther base was intercepted. I'm not even sure what. I think this is her mother. Maybe is this Atalia? I really don't know. But now these are Southers, because you can tell they're wearing Souther things, and I'm really just not entirely clear what the hell's going on. But they're talking about how the Naughts raided this facility to capture this prisoner, the guy in a turban, and now the lighting's changed and she's blue. Is she a GI? Right? I like there she's not. Here she is. I mean, is that just? I don't understand. Right? What's going on? Is this in real time? Are things going on in? I mean, I think it'll make more sense reading the whole thing back together as a collection. But yeah, that's not what you should have to do, right? That's not part of the art of writing for 2000 AD. But yeah, again, artwork strong artwork. Then we got Cut Lads. I'm so down for Dark Judges Full of Dark World Volume 3. I got books 1 and 2. Love it. Keck W, or however you pronounce his name, and Dave Kendall. Frickin' this is one of the heavy hitters. This is really, really, really good. Origins, I got that from when I got the Mega Collection. And next thing out in the Ultimate Collection is Brink, which I like Brink, but I don't. The Ultimate Collection is I'll just buy things as I want them, which is not all of them, but I do like Brink. Okay, that's one of my preferred 2000 AD strips, even though it's got listen. There's just so many of these strips now are about stunning and brave female protagonists. It's like, please stop making the point. Yeah, listen, women can kick ass to a smaller proportion of men, really. And it's just like men and women are different. And this idea that saying men and women are identical in every situation, it's just weird, mate. It's just weird. That's all it is, And if you're a trans person, God bless you, don't have anything against you. But, it's like the whole world does have to reform around you, which I think is just strange that that's what the trans activists are. But we see that because 2000 AD went through a glut of everybody had to be female. Well, again, look, we got Brink here, we have Jaeger, got this thriller here, the hero's female. Sinister Dex, that's from the old school, where they brought in a bunch of female characters. Skip Tracer, I guess it's finally a male hero. And Judge Dredd, it might well turn out this new judge is female as well. I don't know. It's just they're obsessed. Okay, listen. If you're a normal human being and you can normally interact with women, it's like, or you have a mother or sisters or a wife or daughters, women are people too, okay? You don't need to be continually told that. And quite frankly, anybody who does think that is a bit of a weirdo, right? Bit of a weirdo. Anyway, that's Prog 2247. Fantastic cover. Loving the Nick Purcell. I wish this was the bottom level of 2000 AD, but this is an above average Prog. So there you go. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi for Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.